Okay, good morning on this cloudy day. I am at Forest Lawn Memorial Park here in the city of Long Beach, and I'm about to finally do this long planned video that I've bbeen planning for the last 2 years. Yes, and let's start off by looking at my dad's grave. There we are. Rosario Garcia Mendoza, born October 30, 1937, died on May 5th, 2018. So that was like a couple of days ago, was his death anniversary. So loving husband, dad, and Lola, walking with Jesus. Yes, so these flowers are brought by my brother, me, and my mom, especially these sunflowers. So yeah, this video, as I mentioned, I've been planning for 2 years because I like to show the notable people, or at least the famous people, who are buried here in Forest Lawn, Long Beach. So my dad is in company of great celebrities, so to speak. Yeah, I actually planned this video I wanted to shoot it before his death anniversary, but because of my health problems, camera problems, scheduling time, I never got to do that. So sorry, past his death anniversary, but might as well do it, like the saying go, it's now or never. Okay, so hopefully this would go well, as I'm gonna do like circle around this cemetery here and point out the various notable people buried here at this cemetery. Okay, so, and just to let you know, this area where my dad is buried is called the Garden of Devotion. Yes, so without further ado, let's start our walking. And the first notable person actually is just across the street right over there. Okay, and that area is called Reverence. Okay, so now I'll let you know, also give you some information on regarding the notable person buried here. They're from all walks of life. Some of them are actors, politicians, athletes, and the first one we're going to is an athlete. So let's go. Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's across the street. And the person we're actually gonna first visit, his name is Paulo Jones, and actually a former NBA basketball player. Okay. Plane flying above us. Okay, so his grave is actually pretty close to this walkway right here. Okay. And there it is. Right, here we go. Paulo Jones III, nicknamed the Happy. Rest in peace, my sunshine boy, Mama. Born November 20, 1960. Died September 7, 2006. In loving memory of our dear brother, forever loved by family and friends. Okay, so he was actually a member. He was drafted by the San Antonio Spurs, played there for 2 years, and then played for the Los Angeles Clippers for only 3 games. But for me, once a Clipper, always a Clipper. And I actually helped create his Wikipedia page since there was hardly anything on there, but I learned about the tragic history regarding Mr. Jones when I went to research him. Turns out he was murdered. He was shot in his apartment in Lancaster, and as far as I know, it's a cold case. It's remained unsolved, whoever murdered him. And I didn't actually know he was buried here, though I found out that he was born in Long Beach. He grew up here. And on a hunch, I decided to look up findagrave.com to see where he was buried, and I highly believe he was buried in Long Beach, and lo and behold, he was buried right here in Forest Lawn. Much to my surprise, and just across the street from my dad. So there you go. That's a little bit of more history here for Mr. Jones. He played overseas and spent most of his professional career in the amateur leagues like the CBA, the World Basketball League, and all that. I believe he played in France, yeah, in Europe. Yeah, so there you go. So that's most of what I could say about him, and really surprised to find his grave here, to be honest. Okay, so this is the area of reverence, and that building over there is actually what they call the Rose of Sharon. A lot of the Jewish graves are buried in that particular niche. Okay, so let us now move on to the next grave here. Let's now go to Hibiscus, which is right over there. Alright, lot 5 to be precise. Okay, let us go. Start walking. Also interesting thing when walking around this grave, I encounter certain graves which I will give honor to, and I'll let you know when I run into one. And a tradition I do all the time when I see one. You haven't seen my dry run video? Well, you might get the idea once we get through here. Okay, haven't found one yet. Basically, you gotta look for a grave of the resting place of a veteran from the military. And I always like to give them honor, since, you know, serving this country is no joke. It takes quite a man to serve one's country. Okay, there you go. Oh, here we go. First one encountered. Robert James Kelly, Private, Battery D, 67, Field Artillery, World War I. January 19, 1896, died January 20, 1957. Okay. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for the great service you've done for this country. There you go. There you go. Let's just stand there and salute their grave. There you go. That's what I always do when I see one. Okay. Let's keep going. The next one that we're going here are 2 in lot 5 in the area of Hibiscus. It's actually one of the first Disney child stars. Yeah. Here's one of 2, and this one's the girl. One is a boy. Oh, here you go. Another military grave. Earl Barton, Iowa, Corporal, 163 Depot Brigade, World War I. Okay, another veteran of the Great War. December 15, 1892, April 24, 1937. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for your great service for this country. Okay, moving on. Ooh, didn't go that far. Joseph L. White, California, Corporal, Fort fighter group, AAF. I believe that's Air Force, Army Air Force. Okay, World War II. With Army Airborne something fighters. Because I know Air Force wasn't really a thing yet during World War II. December 14, 1907, October 30, 1957. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for your great service to this country. Okay. Despite that plane flying over. Oh, here's another one. Henry L. Weinmiller, California, private, 50th Infantry, 4th Army Division, ARMD, Army Medical Division, I guess, MD. October 30, 1937, September 5, 1957. Didn't see which war he participated in. It's more likely he served in Korea, though it's not, doesn't say here. Probably stayed abroad. Okay, well, I salute to you, sir. Thank you for your great service to this country. All right. Oh, keep running into these. Then have to stop to honor them. I mean, they're notable people as well. Okay, John R.B. Gilchrist, California, private, Company G, 325 Airborne Infantry, November 16, 1930, August 17, 1957. Okay, don't say which war he served either, but it's more likely maybe Korea, or he just stayed here stateside. Okay, I salute to you, sir. Thank you for a great service to this country. All right. Better keep going. I don't want to lose data here. Oh, okay, more. Wilbur B. Scott, California, Technical Sergeant, 1982, Service Command Unit, World War II. Okay, September 13, 1912 to November 4, 1959. Okay, I salute to you, sir. Thank you for a great service to this country. All right, moving on. Okay, so let's keep moving and find out. All right, so this is around lot 5, and going back to the Disney star. Yeah, so this child star starred in the movie Song of the South. Yeah, along with the other child star, his name's Bobby Driscoll. Okay, and her grave should be around here. Ah, there she is. There you go. And here she is. Okay, Luana Patton, Luana J. Patton, born 1938, died 1996. Always so dear to our hearts. Okay, so let me just read off some stuff on her Wikipedia page. Okay, so Luana Patton, American film actress. Okay. Was married 3 times, and as I mentioned, hired by Disney along with Bobby Driscoll to be in the 1946 musical Song of the South. Okay, and they're also together in So Dear to My Heart, as well as the animated segment Melody Time and Pecos Bill. Okay, starred in several movies into her teenage years and adult. Her final film role was back in 1988 in the movie Grotesque. Yes. Okay, so there you go. Oh, regarding the movie Song of the South, it's a shame that people seem to have canceled that movie because of the way that African Americans are depicted which is, I mean, even they're trying to cancel Gone with the Wind. I mean, I don't understand it, because they're just portraying how people are at the times. And I could name other movies where a lot more African Americans are being portrayed in stereotypical nature. I mean, are they trying to erase our history despite all this? It's history. By the way, I mean, if we turn back on our history, what we'll be looking back to. Okay, it's a little bit of a rant. Okay, we're now heading for the area of Erica, in which we're going to visit another film actress, this time from the silent era. Oh, and before we get there, let me tell you of also another person who was actually buried here. Is novelist James Hilton. Yeah, if I can pull up. Yeah, so he's an English novelist. He was actually born September 9, 1900 and died December 20, 1954. Okay, he's famous for the bestsellers Lost Horizon and Goodbye Mr. Chips, and he actually wrote the screenplays for the movies of his novels. And yeah, he lived here in Long Beach, you know, be close to Hollywood, as he wrote several screenplays during his stay here. And when he passed away in 1954 at the age of 54, he was buried here in Forest Lawn, Long Beach. Okay, however, his grave is no longer here, nor his body, as it was moved to Virginia. Okay. Yeah. And another plane flying by. Pretty close to the airport, that's why. So yeah. There's no point for me to look for where his grave is buried. It's no longer here. And yeah, that's just one note one fact I'd like to point out, that famous novelist was buried here. Fortunately, it was moved to another cemetery in Virginia. Okay, that is novelist James Hilton. Okay, so we're now in the Erica area, and as I mentioned, we're looking for the grave of a silent film actress. Okay, go over here. Usually I use these trees as a landmark on how to find her. Okay. I'm actually passing by a lot of veteran graves, as I want to get to her grave first. Okay, these trees are pretty close. Okay, now it's around here. In the meantime, let's go here. Okay. Elvin Boyd Faintner, California, Corporal, AGC, I believe that's Aerial Geographic Company, U.S. Army, served in Korea, born May 22, 1929, died January 30, 1961. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for great service to this country. Okay, so I know I'm pretty close to this grave. Okay, actual grave is Vera Steadman. That's her name. Okay, looking at the trees. Okay, where is she? I'm pretty close. Okay, come on, where are you? There it is. Right behind me all along. Okay, here we go. There you are. Okay, she's buried along with her mother right here. Her mother, Vera Steadman, born 1873, died in 1956. And this is Vera Flynn Steadman, daughter, born in 1900, died in 1956. Okay, let me just read off. The Wikipedia page here for information. Come on, what's wrong with you? Okay, having trouble. There we go. Okay, for some reason. Okay. So, Vera Steadman, an American film actress of the silent era. Okay. Born in Monterey, California. Began working in films. Before she began working in films, she was an experienced swimmer, high diver, and classic dancer. Appeared in 99 films between 1915 and 1941. In her first years appearing as one of the Senate Bathing Beauties. Okay. She worked for Fox for 4 months before joining Universal. And she later made films for the Christie Film Company. I know the Senate, this is Max Sennett. That was one of the first producers of the silent era. And I know Charlie Chaplin worked with him during his early career. Okay. There we go. So yeah, 99 films. A lot of movies back then. But then it's a silent era. It's not like they were doing like 2-hour movies back then. Maybe 30 minutes, maybe even shorter. Okay, so that's Vera Steadman for you. Okay, let's move on to the next area over there, which is called the Boulevardia area. Boulevardia. Yeah, there's actually a couple of noble people in this area, to be precise. Let me double check. And usually I use that tree as a landmark. Oh, can go. Another veteran. Elwood J. Verner, Private First Class, U.S. Army, World War II, November 10, 1910, July 10, 1995. Thank you for your service, sir. For your great service to this country. Oh, I think I made that wrong. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for your great service to this country. Kind of mixed that up. Alright. Let's go right here. That's my map right there. Yeah, Boulevardia. Yeah, definitely both buried here in Boulevardia. Okay. So the next person we're going to be visiting here is an athlete, actually an ice hockey player who played in the National Hockey League, or the NHL. Okay, so we're in this area. I'm pretty sure pretty close. Okay, let me get this veteran first. Edward F. Dietz, Illinois, Private First Class, U.S. Army, World War I, August 19, 1886, June 3, 1968. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for a great service to this country. And just behind him is the ice hockey player we're looking for. Okay. Okay. His name is Arthur J. Chapman, or Art Chapman. He's actually born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. He's Canadian. Okay, according to the stone here, the grave, he was born in 1906, died in 1962. However, his Wikipedia says here is born in 1905. So I don't know which one of it is true. Okay. So Chapman started his National Hockey League career at the Boston Bruins in 1930. He would also play for New York Americans, retiring after the 1940 season to take up coaching duties for the team. In 1938, he was a member of the NHL All-Star team. Okay. Okay, he was a champion of the Allen Cup in 1926, NHL's second All-Star team in 1937, honored member of the Manitoba Hockey Hall of Fame, Calder Cup champion as head coach with the Buffalo Bisons in the American Hockey League, 1943-44, Lester Patrick Cup champion as head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, the World Hockey League 1957-58. Okay, so the American Hockey League and the World Hockey League will later merge with the National Hockey League in the future. There we go. So let's see here. What else I could say? Okay, I guess that's about it. He was a member of the All-Star team, the NHL, back in 1937. And there we go. So let's move on to the other athlete here in this area. Okay, it was actually close to the wall right there, separating the areas here in the cemetery. Okay, and this person's grave that we're visiting, he was actually the latest person of the notable people. He's the latest person to be buried here, and actually was buried like a month and 9 days after my dad passed away. There you go. So there you go. And this athlete is actually a baseball player. Here we go. Okay, and this is his grave. Move this one off. Okay. Here we go. So the one that person buried here is the one on the bottom here, Edward July Da Roebuck, born July 3, 1931, died June 14, 2018. Yeah, so there you go. Like a month and 9 days after my dad passed away. My dad was buried first, and I guess he was buried right after him. Beloved husband, father, and grandfather. Okay. So I'm assuming this is his brother, Walter Adrian Roebuck. April 2, 1962, June 16, 2013. Beloved son and brother. Okay. So yeah, so he's a member of the Major League Baseball. Okay. Let's read off from his Wikipedia page. Okay. Ed Roebuck. There you go. Baseball player. American professional baseball relief pitcher and scout who played for the Major League Baseball for 11 seasons, 1955 to 58 and 1960 to 67. For the Brooklyn Dodgers, and when moved to Los Angeles, became the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Washington Senators, and the Philadelphia Phillies. He appeared in the World Series with the Dodgers in 1955 and 1956, and won the World Series title in the 1955 season. Okay. Let's see what else here. Okay, yeah. There you go. And after his playing career, as I mentioned, he was a scout. And he scouted for the Dodgers and his Phillies, including the Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati Reds, Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Boston Red Sox. And he fully retired in 2004. He passed away at the age of 86 in Lakewood, California, and where he lived since 1958, and he was buried right here. There you go. Ed Roebuck. Alrighty. Okay. So Now we're gonna take